Hey guys, Roxabox90 here with some more Dragon's Maze spoilers. And we have four today, actually. Blast of Genius is the first. It's for a blue and a red, and I guess that's Zarek in the picture. Yeah, it is Zarek. He's brainstorming, and thundering, and lightning, and brainstorming, and he's Snapcaster 2.0, but not really. So, 4 blue and a red for a sorcery. Choose target creature or player. 3 target creature, okay. Target creature or player, draw 3 cards, then discard a card, and it deals damage equal to the discarded card converted mana cost to that creature or player. So that's actually pretty decent. It's a bit expensive, but if you think about it, you draw 3 cards, discard a card. If you draw 3 for 6, that's a bit rough. But if you discard a card with a high-end mana cost, then you do a lot of damage. So a lot of damage for 3, let's say if the card's over 5, 3 for over 5 plus damage. So it's the value is there. It's just a question of use. So obviously in EDH this card is excellent because it gives you card advantage and it does potentially a ton of damage. It also allows you maybe in Reanimator builds, although again these colors are kind of awkward. It would have to be probably black, blue, red to be viable, I guess, as a Reanimator sort of thing. But in Reanimator, this is also a perfect sort of card to use. In Limited, it's decent. It's a little expensive, but I probably would consider it a decent Limited card because you get the 3 draw and you doing, let's say 4 or 5 plus damage for the cost is pretty solid removal, particularly against creatures, and also is a nice finishing blow and or weakening of player. It's pretty solid there. Constructed, I don't see it being anything. Etherling is another Morphling, although Morphling hasn't been good in forever, so why do we need another one? I don't know. And it's more expensive. So let's see. It's 4 and 2 blue for a 4/5. 1 blue to flicker it. So sure. Okay. 1 blue to make it unblockable. Okay, here we have something interesting. And then colorless 1+, so 1-, and then 1-, 1+. So it's very flexible, and the unblockable is kind of sweet. It could potentially allow it to do some ridiculous shenanigans, particularly in Limited. The flicker is nice also. The only issue is that the cards that we want to flicker in EDH, and or constructed like Standard, we want them to flicker that their abilities do something. Flickering himself doesn't really do much, and I don't think there's a lot of cards in Standard now that I can think of that take advantage of the flickering. So not thrilled by that. It's a very hefty cost. So it's a solid card. It'll probably be, similarly useful in Cube the way Morphling is, but I don't think it'll be so good in Constructed, probably. Obviously it's a limited bomb, and it will be useful maybe in EDH decks that are built to take advantage of Flicker. Unflinching Courage, otherwise known as Armadillo Cloak! Yes! Yes, finally we have a reprint that we want, and it's a functional reprint. It is Armadillo Cloak, literally, just different name, which is great for players who love Armadillo Cloak because now you have 2 options, and for EDH players that use Armadillo Cloak, now you have 2 options. So it's really, really cool. Unflinching Courage, which is 3 Armadillo Cloak, Chant Creature, 2+2 Lifelink Trample, which is Armadillo Cloak. And there's really not much else to say except that Armadillo Cloak is such an awesome, cool, functional, flavorful card that this is, it's a pretty nice stand-in, and it's a fabulous reprint. So we have Putrefy and now essentially Armadillo Cloak. So we're getting some decent reprints. I really hope there are more. And maybe there was another one. I don't remember, but those are the 2 that I'm super excited about. And we have Corrosda Gorgon, which is rounding out the spoilers for today. It's 3 a black and a green for a 2/5 Death Touch. 2 colorless, remove a 1+1 counter from a creature you control. Target creature gets 1-, 1-. So that's a bit hefty costing given what it is. It's a 2/5 for 5 Death Touch. Given the 5 slot of junk is probably going to run better stuff, like Thrag Tusk. So I just don't see it being great in Constructed, at least until rotation, for sure not. And even then in rotation I don't see it. It's a little bit not. But it's definitely powerful, very functional in Limited, And in EDH, for decks that really, really mess around with 1/1 counters, it might be functional because it has the Death Touch, which is nice, and it also can take advantage of the 1/1s to hopefully kill things. I wish that it was 1/1 counter. I know that might be a little bit rough, but given that you're giving a 1/1 counter up, I think it would be cooler, more functional, and more better symmetry to give the 1/1 counter, but I guess they skewered that, so it's a worse card for that. And I'm not a huge fan of the art, personally. Anyway, so that is what we have for today for spoilers. Hopefully we'll be getting some more. In fact, I'm kind of waiting. They're probably going to have the full spoiler soon, given that we're already over 100 cards out of 160 something. So let me know what you guys think about these 4 cards below in the comment section. And as well, check out my channel sponsors in the description. And as always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.